Afternoon VHR, Cyan here. Gorefiend position video, right? So again, as we're doing this series, the idea behind it is just to give us all an idea of where we're supposed to stand and why we're supposed to do it. We're going to do a couple of highlights also of the necessary mechanics that we need to pay attention to. Now the big thing for the tanks is to make sure that they're picking up the enraged spirits that spawn within the Heart of Corruption, and then exit properly at 70% health. Now remember, if there's a DPS present on the inside, or if there's just a tank, regardless, we need to be making sure that we're putting damage into it to push it to 70% health to get it to the outside so it's a gore-bound spirit. At that point, the secondary tank that's left on the outside with the group needs to pick it up and promptly be able to start doing damage to it. The tank needs to make sure that they switch as quickly as possible as the Fel Flames stack. And at that point, really, it's just a matter of doing proper handoffs. Now, cooldowns for the healers need to be done during Feast of Souls, which is about a minute 30 into the fight, and it continues like that forward. We usually set up a rotation. It's the easiest way to approach it. Go for your biggest heals midway through it. You know, nice warm up heal to be able to sit there and take care of everybody. We use a stack point directly in front of the boss. Usually one tank, and then we can put, for example, a hunter on transitional to a side, so that way they can continue damage into it. Plus the other tank, for example, the higher level damage tank, which is just about any other class other than Paladin, needs to make sure that they're being responsible for doing the damage into the boss while the other tank picks up the spirits as they come in. Now, DPSing the correct targets, Gorebound constructs, essences, and spirits all take priority. The boss is pretty much nothing to worry about until intentionally during the Feast of Souls when you get the 100% DPS increase. So just make sure that you're paying attention for ads consistently and also properly watching out for the mechanics. Now that includes, for example, the TOD, Touch of Doom, which I marked with the purple circles on the outside. The idea is to take the TOD to the outside and set it down as far as you can in a clean fashion. Sometimes what we end up getting is tunneled, and then we end up putting one, like for example in the middle of the melee group or in the middle of the range group or something like that. We always want those to the outside and to be dealt with properly. Now, when we have Gorebound constructs, we want to make sure that you run away and that we're DPSing these targets down as properly as we can. If not, then they're going to end up killing the individual, and they'll be thus sent into the interns of Gorefiend, taking you out of the fight and not being able to help with the ads properly. So we've got to make sure that we watch for that. Also, watch out for when the three of you get it's like a chain bound system. When you do, you got to make sure you got to find whoever's linked and then run to them properly, and DBM covers that consistently. What I want to show here from our position is that the melee is always going to be to the left at a 5-yard spread. Tanks are always going to be stacked on the right hand side with a 5-yard spread and location. And then what I'd like to do is have the heals at red and at blue, so that way what we have is a great coverage of the area for everyone to be able to be healed, and then the range just settles in between the two markers and slightly to the outside. And what this gives us is a triangle formation forward into the target. Plus it gives us ample space to be able to deal with all of the necessary ads that occur in ground-based attacks, etc. So if you have any questions, I do appreciate you taking the time watching the video. Please comment below if you have any questions or in game. Click like, share, etc. You know the deal. The more information that we can get around to everybody on the team when we sit there and participate, the stronger we will be when we go into it. So thank you for taking the time watching the video, and have a blessed day.